What's going on, guys? So this is part 3 of the Pioneer Auto Museum, and I thought this was a really cool space to start because it actually does reference an area that I visited recently, which is St. Joseph, Missouri, a little bit. I'll get to that in a second. Let me flip that camera around real quick. And obviously it's a jail. 1906 Murdo jail. You can see, let's go in here real quick. Here's the prison cell, or jail cell, whatever. This guy's standing watching while there's no one in there. And then I'm gonna reach over here real quick so you can kind of see this. But this is the part that I was talking about right here. The proclamation of the governor of Missouri, $25,000 reward. Jesse James, dead or alive. $15,000 reward for Frank James. When I was in Missouri, I went and saw the house that Jesse James lived in and, left this world in, so to speak. And I uploaded that. Now I'm here and there's something referencing him, which is neat. Then we have this barber shop here, which I can't go inside, but look in the window. As you can see, just non-stop awesome things throughout. And I'm trying to work around the glare as I show you guys. Got the blacksmith shop here. Now, my last video, I did say that I was gonna work the sides and then kind of work the middle, but the sun is glaring real bad over there and I really don't want to put out bad content, so I'm gonna try my best to get that when it's not like that. But guys, don't forget, if you enjoy these videos, go ahead and drop that big old thumbs up. Help keep pushing these videos out to more people. And we're gonna go see if they have any money to spare in the Murdo State Bank. Which my arm is inside the bar, so it probably would have got me in trouble back in the day. But I'm trying to give you guys the best view throughout here. She's not listening to me. I'm trying to tell her I want withdrawal, but she refuses to even acknowledge me. Which is fine, whatever. We'll move on to the other one, see if she wants to talk. Money can't buy love, health, happiness, or what it bought last year. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Nice little bench here for waiting. Definitely would have been cramped in here. That thing's neat right there. Your safety deposit boxes. And see, at least she's looking at me. See, that's nice. That's respectful. And excuse the angle here, but I had to reach on top to be able to get my arm in here to be able to show you guys. Like right through that area there. And there's some spots like this where you just push the button for a story. And usually you wait a few seconds and it starts talking, but this one does not. So let's check out this spot. The 1906 Homesteader Shack from Jones Country. Hopefully he's friendly because I'm not trying to get bit. There you go, you see the tea kettle. There's a table all set up and everything. These guys are used to people barging into their homes, so that's okay. Look at that guy, he looks like he's in a mood. Not a bad one either. Probably enjoying that Jose Cuervo over there. And the last one on this end is Cliff's Clock Shop, so we'll see what's in there. I can't go in there, so again, I'll put it up to the window and check. As you can see, I'm trying to use my hand here to block out the glare as best as I can so I can show what's inside there. And it's exactly like it says, a bunch of clocks. Awesome ones too. Although I bet most of you younger ones probably don't know how to read those. I'm barely in the generation that probably last learned how to. And that's it with that part, so let's go in here and check out the general store. And there is a lot in here. I'm gonna try and sneak my hand in through there. And get a little bit of a view around. Which it doesn't look like there's going to be much of an opportunity to do through the rest of it. So I'm going to try and go a little bit slow so you guys can have a chance, if you want to stop the video or whatever, to see some more of the stuff through here. Including this thing right here, that's cool. A really old till. This one's fun. I checked this out a little earlier. Trust me, if you think you've ever seen a bad bathroom, we'll just wait a few seconds. I had to start here. This is actually the back of it, but to be able to make my point. You see that? That's a wood seat. Can you imagine getting a splinter on that while you're trying to do your business? Not me. That would not be cool. Then the sink here, and I don't know, maybe, I'm guessing they probably kept clean water there to wash their hands in the sink there. Then there's this little spot. Then this is a really narrow spot to be able to show you. That there, it looks like the sleeping quarters are right here. And under there, I'm guessing were spare parts, because that's what it looked like. I saw it. Let's see this. Okay, that does not open, so we're not going to break it. And then this is the area that's, you know, what you first see when you walk in through here. You got tea kettle, the furnace, the benches and stuff to keep the coal in, all that. And that's it for this one, so let's go check out what's next. Which will probably be this place. It looks like it may be a bakery or something. It's right next to the jail that we started in. You can see the train behind it. Early Galloway. Then some more of the stuff in there. Newspaper clipping. I'm not gonna zoom in or I guess I will. I'm gonna zoom in on it, but you can see it's kind of hard for you to read it with the glare and everything. So we'll jump over here to where the bell is and the 1906 one-room school, which is awesome because most one-room schools I've seen you have not been able, or you're not allowed to go into. This one obviously you can. And here's some of the stuff inside here. It's behind glass as well. Thankfully inside, so the glare isn't quite as bad as it was outside. Some old comic clippings from the newspapers. Then Atlas and some books down here. You can kind of, over here you see the cobwebs kind of attached to that book. Some pictures and stuff. And now we're in the main section of the schoolhouse. So we'll see this and then we'll look behind the cage. Books, of course. I'll go and I can put my hand in there again. Desk, pictures, chalkboards, school outfits, flag, all that. Really awesome stuff, guys. Honestly, I could definitely come back and spend another day here, but I'm going to be able to get pretty much the general part of it done. And before I go on to the next building, this is B-17 belly tank right here. Follow that by a few of these old wagons here on the outside of this building. That starts here and you can see the train. This is a depot spot right here. And there is a story that does work in this one, so I'll press that once we kind of get the spot checked out. Some older wheelchairs. A lot of pictures, some model trains on top and stuff like that. That's where we'll come back to in just a second here. Then over here you got some really old professional cameras for shooting movies and stuff like that. Which I guess you'll get a better view if my hand's on the inside, which there is a nice little spot here to be able to get the view. Then over here we got a couple pianos. And then there's this bar area here, which you can see what my hand's doing now in the video. This one was really hard to squeeze my hand into the bars, but it's an old dentist area. You can see early dentures, the seats and stuff like that. I'm gonna try and pause my phone without dropping it. Which thankfully that was a success. So moving on to this area before we go back there and listen a little bit of that story. I'm not gonna have too long for it with the video getting close to wrapping up. But you can see this place is just packed with furnaces and old equipment like that throughout it. So let's go ahead and push that button. Of course, I had to pause for a few seconds to let that start because it has a little bit of a delay from when you hit the button. I'm trying to show you guys the best, but there's no way I can reach my hand into this one.
See the signal tower levers? Different positions of the signals on the towers outside meant stop, proceed, go slowly, etc.
Basically, I'll let that play for a few seconds as I do one last look around.
There are some later models too. This is what the telegraph key sounded like.
And that's about all the time I got for this one, guys. Thank you as always for tuning in. Till next time.